From an exclusive interview with the new Rubaru Mr. India 2022 Grand International title holder from Gangtok, to the gentleman who won 2 special awards at the recently concluded Rubaru Mr. India Championship. And on the show is the multilingual hip-hop artist taking rap music from Sikkim to newer horizons. Ladies and gents, welcome to Showtime. I'm Aaron Lyngdoh. Decades ago, male models were typically pigeonholed into cliches. But in more recent years, there's been a seismic shift in attitudes. Today, the idea of how to become a male model is not just being classically good-looking. My first guest this episode is the 24-year-old model from Sikkim who secured a back-to-back victory for his state at the biggest and oldest running pageant for men. Please welcome the riveting KUNZANG TOPGAY BHUTIA.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for him one more time. The Rubaru Mr. India Grand International 2022.
Back-to-back victory for Sikkim at Rubaru Mr. India pageant. Now, how does that make you feel?
Thank you so much, Northeast Life, for giving this opportunity. Thank you. It is something that I've always dreamt of. After participating, competing in the state pageant, that I always had this dream of participating, taking part in the national pageant as well. So, in return, winning the title of Grand International, it's a huge success for me, I would say, and I'm very proud of myself this time.
Did you somehow have this idea that, you would win?
No, I mean, there were around 36,000 applicants, out of which 38 of us got selected. So it was quite a competition, but I had this belief in me, that I'm going to go there with whatever I have, I'm going to give it all. So I think that is the result that we are seeing it right now. So I gave my best, actually.
So, KUNZANG, when did your pageantry journey begin?
Well, I would say that it began in the year of 2018, where I first participated in my state pageant, which is Mrs. Sikkim Manhunt 2018. So yes, I was the winner of 2018 Mrs. Sikkim Manhunt. And after that, it has created a lot of opportunities for me. It has opened a lot of doors in my life. And that is the reason today here I am, getting this opportunity to participate in the national pageant and winning the title.
So, with the win at Rubaru Mr. India 2022 Grand International, what does that entail?
Well, we are not aware of the title that we were going to get, but of course, this Grand International title is also one of the biggest title in Rubaru Mr. India organization, it seems. So I was not aware that I would get this title, but I'm glad and I'm happy and I'm honored, to definitely work harder. I would say to showcase whatever I have, my culture, my tradition when I leave for international life.
Well, tell us a little bit about the prep work prior to the pageant.
Yes, a lot of you need to work a lot, especially with your physique, because physique is very important in pageant, I would say. But apart from that, mentally also you need to be very, you need to really work hard. So I was mentally preparing myself. At the same time, physically, I was working hard. For 7 months, we worked really hard. Although we never got to meet each other, the contestants in person, but we did have all this, virtual conferences. So where we got to communicate with one another. Yes, so it was wonderful, I'll say, the journey.
You were also conferred with the Best Interview subtitle. What does that mean?
Well, the best when it came to Best Interview, well, I would say that we were all although we were given a few questions in hand, around 40% questions in hand to prepare, But I did not actually, I did look into the questions, but I did not prepare myself at all because I knew I'm this person. Like if I prepare, then it'll look like as if I have like literally like mugged up, and so which I didn't want. So whatever was it in my head and whatever was there in my heart, I just spoke that, and I think that's the reason they liked it.
You're currently pursuing your higher education in economics, sociology, and political science. Now, what plans do you have for the future, young man?
Well, in the future, I would definitely, like want to work towards. I really want to get myself into the entertainment industry as well. But at the same time, education is also very important to me because I think both your passion and career, they need to go hand in hand.
KUNZANG, you said in a recent interview that you feel that you were this low self-esteem kid. What's the story?
Well, ever since I was small, I would say like I was this competitive person, like kid. Like I was very good in sports. I've given my best ever since I was in school, participated in every sport. And also like, but I always lacked myself in terms of like confidence, like speaking in front of like people, whenever I got a chance. So I would say this pageant came into my life as a source, I would say, and it kind of like broke down all this like insecurities in me.
You will be representing India at the Mr. Grand International in Brazil. Now, are you nervous considering you have just a month for it?
Yes, I have a very short period of time, but of course I am nervous because it is my first international, like competition. Before representing for the national, also I was very nervous, but I believed in myself, so I'm gonna go for the international competition with the same mindset. I'm gonna believe in myself. I'm gonna give it all.
So, where does your inspiration come from?
Well, I would say that this time, like it's my dad. I really look up to him because he's my like a real role model. I would say ever since I was small because he's always like helped me, in my darkest times and is really like helped me in terms of like making me into who I am today. And yes, as a father, he's been really supportive. I'm really happy that I have such a wonderful father, and definitely I really look up to him.
And just out of curiosity, how do you define fashion?
Well, according to me, fashion is not just about your, the way you dress up or the way you look. I think it's all about how you carry yourself as well. So I see a lot of youngsters, like they have their different kind of swag, different kind of style. So everybody has their own meaning to fashion. But for me, I would say that, like to me, like, it's not just about looking good or, like it's about more about your personality. Well, it's a creative thing. So, like you can try a lot of stuff when it comes to fashion. You can create your own style, your uniqueness. Yeah. So I would say that like like every individual has their own uniqueness, so we all definitely must share that with one another. Yes.
Well, fair enough. Apart from grooming and fashion, what are other things that you enjoy doing?
So like apart from fashion, I like to I'm a sports person. Like I play basketball. I'm interested in basketball and football and a lot of outdoor activities. And at the same time, I love to read motivational quotes. Every day when I get up, I have to read a motivational quote just to inspire myself.
And if you were to advise aspiring male models from the region, what would that be?
My advice to all the young gentlemen, or the youth of Northeast, I would just say that like whatever you have in life, like whatever you believe, whatever you want to achieve in life, and you just go for it because these moments will never come to you. There'll be no second moment. So if you're getting an opportunity or if you want to pursue something in life, just grab it and go for it. Do not look back and do not regret later on. Just give it all.
For the unversed, KUNZANG will be representing India in the coveted Mr. Grand International scheduled to be held in Brazil this month. KUNZANG, best of luck. It's time now to slip into a very short break. I will be right back with the risk operations analyst and model from Assam who's single-handedly carving a niche for himself. Don't miss it. Welcome back, viewers. My next guest won the Model of the Year Northeast Special Award and the Best National Costume First Runner-Up Award at the recently concluded Rubaru Mr. India Championship. I'm talking about the very suave DHRITIMAN TALUKDAR. I had the pleasure of speaking with him on his win, his future plans, and a lot more. Check this out. DHRITIMAN, first of all, welcome to Showtime.
Thank you so much, Aranya. Thank you for inviting me to the show.
My first question to you, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself before we move any further?
Yeah, so I am a computer science engineer. I did my bachelor's in computer science from Bangalore. Then I did my master's in business administration from Bangalore itself. Then I was working with Amazon. Now I'm working with PayPal.
Okay.
So, and I'm working as a risk operations analyst in PayPal. And I'm also a model by profession and hobby. So this all happened, well, my modeling started from last year itself when I came in the pandemic here. So it was all like, it was all like a miracle, like a destiny coming true, because I had no plans.
Right.
Because I was planning for modeling from, when back in 2012, when I completed my engineering and I was doing my MBA. I thought of doing modeling then.
Right.
But then it stopped after that because I got busy with my studies and project work and job and all. But then, something happened last year which brought me into modeling.
Okay, so now eventually what do you want to do? Modeling or get into fitness training full-time or continue as a risk operations analyst? What do you want to do eventually?
That's a good question actually, yeah. So modeling, I know that in India there's not much big of a scope, you know how it is.
Yeah.
Obviously job is needed because you need to have a backup plan for the financial sources, so that is there. Modeling, I will see if it works, if more and that work keeps coming, then it's good for me. Any work is welcome in modeling because I am open to it now. And a job will be there, but yeah, I'm trying to let's see if I get good opportunities, then I can move to acting also, if I get a good chance in acting. So I'm planning to learn some acting workshops, some acting classes. That will be good.
So, you did not win Rubaru Mr. India, however, you did get a couple of subtitles. We will talk about the subtitles later. So, looking back at it, why do you think you did not win? What went wrong?
I don't think anything went wrong. Actually, nothing went wrong for me because I did my best and I was confident because I didn't make any mistake, what I felt. But I think at the end of the day, it is someone winning, someone losing. And all of them, they had different qualities, I feel. So maybe the qualities that they wanted it from them. And I think for me that I am someone who started modeling after my 30s. People start at the early 20s and
right.
So that's something very unique and interesting for me. And considering that fact that, and plus I'm also working for an MNC for a 9-hour job. Even after that, I'm doing my modeling. And I did everything on my own, going to Rubaru and grooming myself. There was no one. So I think it is an achievement for me. And I think it was my first attempt at a national platform. And after we winning the state pageant here, it was my first attempt at national platform. And going there at the first attempt, coming there, I think it's pretty good for me.
I think that should be the spirit. I mean, somebody should win, somebody should lose.
It's a part of the game,
So, DHRITIMAN, Rubaru, tell our viewers a little bit about what the pageant is all about, and especially your experience right from the beginning when it all started.
Okay, so Rubaru, it is said to be the India's oldest male pageant and biggest male pageant now currently, and my journey to Rubaru started in like this year beginning when the like registration started in January somewhere.
All right.
So I like follow all these different pages, modeling pages. So I saw that they have like opened their registration. So I thought that let's give it a try. Let's see. So I started the online registrations. I did on my own. Then the other audition process also, they didn't do it offline because of the COVID.
Right.
They did everything online this time. So I went through all the different stages. It all happened, and I kept on clearing all the stages. And I think by April something they said that that I am selected as a finalist. So then after that.
And how many aspiring models, I should say, applied for it? Like,
as per their reports, they said that like 30,000 applicants.
30,000
were there from all across the country, and from there they have selected 36 finalists.
Only 36.
36 from different states. So that's how it happened. And yeah, my overall experience was good. It was a learning experience for me, I'll say, going there. It was the first time that I have gone for a national pageant. So learned many things. At least they have also seen me now.
Right.
So I got exposed to that platform. Met I mean we had our photo shoot from the famous celebrity photographer Amit Khanna. That was a big deal, having our photos clicked by him. And then we got the chance to wear the designer clothes from Vishal Thawani. He's again like celebrity designer, very famous designer.
Right.
His clothes were amazing. So all these were very good experiences, meeting new people.
So you made a lot of connections, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Right, coming to your subtitles. So you got the Model of the Year Northeast, and the other one is, of course, National Costume First Runner-up.
Yeah.
We will talk about the costume first of all, because who was behind the costume rather?
Yeah, actually, to be honest, I took the costume. There is a boutique here in Guwahati. It is owned by 3 designers: Sanjay Guha Chaudhary, Mochumi Bora, and Madhumita Sharma.
Okay.
It is called as Fashion Freedom. So I got the dress from there because they helped me, because they knew that I was representing Assam. So they were really eager to help me with the dress and all. They took my measurements, they got the dress ready. And then also I had, for that, for shooting of the video and the photos, my friend was there, Shashank Deka. He also helped me with the photos and videos. So it was all, actually, it was a combined team effort, the whole thing.
So why would you describe a little bit about what were you wearing? What was the national costume all about?
Yeah, correct. So the dress I was wearing, it was like Ahom dress, which was worn by the Ahom kings and royals.
Okay.
The Ahom kings and royals, the dress that was there. So it had a headgear, head turban. Then there was one shirt. The Ahom kings, they like used to wear a long trouser.
Okay.
And there was one kamarband tied here on the shirt, below the shirt. And I also got one sword, luckily.
A sword?
Sword,
okay.
yeah, they need this.
All right.
So it was fun during that time. It was shot back in June or July, I guess, yeah.
So DHRITIMAN, Rubaru Mr. India is of course a big deal. Did you get there with the help of groomers or supporters? Anybody helped you in the process?
No, actually, nobody helped me in the process. It was complete a solo journey.
Not even mentors?
No mentors. I didn't have any mentors. I did everything on my own. Because after winning that state pageant last year here, I got the confidence that I can do well.
Right.
And so, but yeah, obviously my friends and family, they were there to support me, and I have many friends, so they were there to support. But there was not such a guidance of mentors like many of the contestants, since they have the support of mentors and all. But I didn't have any support of mentors. I went out solo, but it was a good learning experience. It made me feel that I can do it on my own as well. Supporters, like I have my friends and family, but not the. Here in Assam there is one problem, that people, they are not much aware about modeling. But I was surprised to see that the guys from Mizoram and Tripura, they had the complete support of the public. The public was out because it was their debut, first time they are coming out to a pageant. But here it keeps on happening, so people are not much aware that some kind of a pageant is happening, and it's like normal stuff in Assam. So
right. So a lot of questions probably on the viewer's mind. What do you do to stay fit? What's your daily routine like?
Okay, yeah. So actually, yeah, I'm also a certified fitness trainer So I have done my certifications because I'm very much into fitness. I like to learn a lot. I think that learning is a process which will not stop. you can keep on learning and learning new stuff. So fitness training, I mean last year only I did one fitness training course, so I did my certification. I also got the opportunity to learn from one of the international coaches. He's a very famous international coach, Neil Hill.
Okay.
So I was under him. So it was a like 12 week, like 3 months. I was coached directly by him. So we like used to have video calls and weekly check-ins. So I learned a lot from him as well. And he's a like celebrity trainer. He trains athletes for like Olympia, and and even this WWE superstar Roman Reigns is his client.
Okay.
So it was a great, like it's a great privilege for me to be being coached by him, Neil Hill. So I learned a lot about fitness. So what I do for fitness is like, there is obviously, fitness is something which comes with discipline and consistency, right? Eating the right foods, having the right kind of training, and being consistent with it. Not like you do for 2 days, then you stop for 1 week. It is a continuous process. So I eat my like fish, chicken, and all the healthy foods that is there.
Right.
So it is like divided into portions. Like I used to have 6 meals. And then I was hitting gym 2 times, because morning I used to do my fasted cardio, evening I'll do my training for this Rubaru that I was preparing. It was a 3-month preparation. So yeah, it was good.
When we talk about other aspiring models from the Northeast, what do you suggest they do to get into mainstream? What kind of support do you think is required for them, to get from a small town and do it big, probably in the mainstream?
Yeah, I think modeling in Northeast, it was a bit in the shadows in the last few years, but now I think it is slowly coming up. What I feel they need is like more of a proper grooming support, mentoring support, so that they know where they are going wrong, because that support really helps. No?
You mean from professional mentors?
From professional mentors, like guidance that is needed, right? And a little bit of grooming on the personality. And they need more exposure on the national platform. That's what I feel. So yeah, I think that is more needed here in Northeast, like that guidance from mentors and from like professional mentors who have been doing modeling on a very big platform. If they can guide the newcomers, it will be good for them.
And when you went to Rubaru Mr. India for the first time, you were exposed to obviously this entire new. It must be like a new scenario for you. What was going on in your mind at that point in time? Because you walk into a room full of all these gorgeous-looking men. I mean, what was going on in your head? Like some pressure must be there.
Yeah, definitely. Pressure was obviously there. Like everyone felt that pressure. It was kind of a mixed feelings for everyone, right? Because like for them, they are coming from the state to a big platform, all from different states. But yeah, even in that pressure, we had our schedule was completely packed there. That this time it felt more like a very disciplined army camp, because we like had to be on time.
Disciplined army camp.
Yeah, because punctual on time. But yeah, pressure was there. But then again, it was also fun and learning at the same time.
DHRITIMAN, so what's next for you?
Yeah, so next I guess I will continue down in this path that I'm doing. A job, I'm not sure it will be like how long, but like as long as it is there, it is welcome. Because we need to have multiple things going on in our life. Not just stick to one thing. Need to have a backup plan. So modeling will be there definitely. I mean, like any good opportunity is always welcome, and I'm planning to like switch. Let's see if things turn out well. I might go into acting. I'm planning to do some like small acting workshops, learn a bit about acting, because learning is a thing for me which I like to do actually.
Right.
That's kind of my hobby, that we should keep learning and evolving. Learning never stops. So I will try to learn something about acting, do some workshops, some acting classes, maybe get my hands on with acting as well, and let's see where it takes me.
All right, makes sense to me. And before I let you go, if you were to advise young aspirants, especially young aspiring models, to make it big and mainstream, what would that advice be?
Yeah, for them, I will say that like if you're really passionate about modeling and that you like really want to go into this, then like be persistent with it. Learn about it, do more research, because the more you learn about the thing you want to do from your heart, as a passion, they should learn about it. Keep learning, and if they can get some good advice from big mentors and guidance, that is also great. But even if not, then no, you can also do it on your own, because I feel if you learn, because now though, I mean, like everything is there in the internet. You know, they can just search and learn.
Exactly.
Like if you're passionate about something, you can keep on learning. There's like hundreds and millions of things to learn. They can keep on learning, and you know, they can develop themselves and, you know, make themselves better each day. Keep on learning. So that's how it will help.
Well, Dhritiman, thank you so much for your time. Very insightful, and I wish you the best of luck with everything that you're going to be doing.
Thank you so much, Aaron. It was a pleasure to meet you and be on your show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Dhritiman remains the undisputed winner of the 12th edition of Maelstrom 2021, which is the oldest running male pageant in Assam and the Northeast. Dhritiman, thank you for having me. We will take another break here on the show. Coming up next is the hip-hop artist from Sikkim who's setting stages on fire with his performances. Stay right there. Welcome back, viewers. My next guest on the show won hearts of millions with his performances at the MTV Hustle 2.0, India's first ever rap hip-hop reality show. His songs, Hum Bhi Kya Kam Hai and She Likes My Momo, gave voice to the entire Northeast region. It's UNB. Again, first of all, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, brother.
Well, what's UNB's USP?
I think the kind of music I make and I feel like the kind of music I make, people are like, people are able to connect with the kind of music I make. So that is what I feel like is my USP.
So why do you call yourself a hip-hop artist and not like a rapper, let's say?
Because hip-hop is like if you say it in a way that rap is like a sub-genre of hip-hop, and the kind of music I make, I also do some melody rap and melody music. So that's why I feel like I consider myself as an hip-hop artist, because I don't only do rap.
Okay.
I make music, I do produce, and I also do some mixing and mastering stuff. So that all goes and I feel like it makes me a hip-hop artist rather than just calling. I feel like just calling me a rapper won't justify the artist I am. I feel like.
So, you also write your own songs. What kind of content would you normally incorporate into, your writing?
Whatever I go through, probably, because.
Like what?
For example, the recent track that I played in MTV Hustle was Hum Bhi Kya Kam Hai, and the track जो मैंने वहाँ पे किया था, that was like something that I actually felt and something that I actually experienced, staying outside Sikkim and staying in like a big city. So then I got to know that I'm not the only one who is actually facing that same problem. So what I feel is like, whatever I experience in my life, or whatever I feel like someone is experiencing, or if I feel like मेरे को इसके बारे में बात करना चाहिए, then I write about it. Yeah, so it's like that.
So, in rap especially, there are a lot of cuss words, right? So why do we use them in the first place when at the end of it you just have to beep everything? That is one thing that I don't understand. Please explain it to me.
So I think what I feel is like the hip-hop genre has always been the genre of street,
Okay.
and it has always been raw. And the slang or the whatever we speak, like if you go to a random street and if you listen to people, they are always speaking like that only,
Like in a normal day conversation.
And that's how the artist likes to keep it, It's like keeping it raw, and also अगर आप normally कहीं पे भी जाओगे तो you feel like कि as I said that कि कहीं पे जाओगे तो you see that people are using it in a normal conversation, like उस time पे आपको problem नहीं होता है, but when the same person says that on a track,
Yeah.
then वहाँ पे थोड़ा दिक्कत हो जाता है. So and being an artist, being a hip hop artist, I feel like एक expression of freedom होना चाहिए, and that rawness has to be there. So I think ये दोनों context में ही people use the curse words. Generally I don't use that because I feel like मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि जो आप कर्स वर्ड यूज़ करके एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हो उस चीज़ को यू कैन एक्सप्रेस इट इन द अदर वे ऑल्सो, यू नो, बाय नॉट यूजिंग दैट वर्ड. सो माई perspective is like that. So but I don't mind if someone is using that word or if someone is using those words in their songs.
Right.
So it is like that. I mean, it's just a freedom of expression, and I think everyone has a right to say whatever they want, at least in songs.
No, that's fair enough. So when we talk about rawness, and then at the same time you're trying to address, let's say, a social issue, how do you draw the line then?
I mean, so for example, if we use the F word, right? So if we use that word, so it has different meaning in different sentences, right?
Right.
So that depends on how you're using that word. For example, if you are expressing your frustrations or something like that, you know,
Right.
you cannot just use simple word to express that.
I agree. Yeah.
Right? So you have to use it. So if you feel that you have to use that, use it. So there you have to you know, figure out this what do you call it, like the border or something. You have to figure out, and you have to just manage ki if I'm using this word and if it's making sense, then use it. Or if it's just you're using it just for the, you know, like just for you want to use it, then I don't think it's fair. But like अगर आपको सही में लग रहा है कि आपको यहाँ पे use करना चाहिए, then use it. Like, I mean, it's just a fair of, like, it's just the what do you call it, the freedom of expression. Yeah.
So, you know, I want to talk a little bit about MTV Hustle 2.0. Would you consider that as a turning point in your life and in your career?
Right. Of course, I feel like that because the intention of, actually my intention of going to MTV Hustle was, of course, to, you know, spread the message that I did over there, because I was always been vocal about whatever I said over there before the hustle also. Before the MTV Hustle also, I was like, you know, the Hum Bhi Kya Kam Hai, the track was already pre-released because it was from my album, and that was the message I wanted to put in MTV Hustle, because I felt like that setup or the stage, the MTV Hustle stage will be really beneficial for me, because the whole nation watched, you know, सब लोग देखते हैं, the whole nation.
Right.
So मेरे को लगा कि it's gonna be a very beneficial for me to express my message, and apparently मेरे को personally भी benefit हुआ. But that was there in my back of my mind. But my main intention of going to MTV Hustle was to, you know, like, just to share my message and just to represent my people at the end.
And how did it change your life?
Well, everyone's starting to know me now, and probably the reason I'm here right now is also because of
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, like, yeah. So people are knowing it. I mean, the work that I'm doing, people are, you know, there were people who knew already, but the addition of people, like, you know, ऐसे लोग मेरे को सुनने लगे जो probably they don't even listen to hip hop, or they are not into like hip hop, and people who are, like, you know, 50s and in their 50s and 40s, they are also getting really interested into whatever I'm trying to say or whatever the kind of music I'm making. So in that sense, I feel like it really helped me a lot.
So tell me a little bit about some of the takeaways and the experiences that you've gained so far from that experience.
See, like, I got a you know, very enough opportunity to know how the, you know, the industry works, basically the reality industry works, and I got to know so many people from the industry, and also I got to know myself in a way that, you know, I mean, there was like so much of space of learning, and there was so much of a space of, you know, understanding yourself in a way that मेरे को पता नहीं था पहले कि I could write a song in a day or something, you know, because I'm a kind of an artist. I take time to write song, or I take time to make music. तो वहाँ पे जाके, because we had a very limited time to make new songs,
Right.
so that was a very new, I discovered something new, you know, going over there, and that was really nice. And also, you know, the kind of response I'm getting from my people, and the kind of love and the support that I'm getting from my people, it's like this what I wanted before,
Yeah.
but yeah, I got it right now. So this is also very new for me, and I'm loving it.
All right. So, you're also the co-founder of Corso Records, right?
Right.
Tell us a little bit about it.
So Kauso Records I started like 5 years back, and the reason of actually starting that particular thing was to promote myself, because back then when I was just starting, or when I was just coming up with my tracks, I used to send my tracks to so many other people or the record labels, and everyone who was associated with the music industry. So in that time I didn't get any response from anyone, right? So that time मेरे को क्या feel हुआ कि यार अगर कोई नहीं कर रहा है तो I think I should help myself. Then I started this thing called Kauso Entertainment. That was like, it was
Okay.
not record, it was entertainment.
Back then.
Yeah, back then. So I started Kauso Entertainment, and I started promoting myself through Kauso Entertainment. And in like 2-3 साल तक nobody knew that who was running that Kauso Entertainment. Everyone thought कि there's this production Kauso Entertainment who is promoting UNB. Then later on they all got to know that कि I'm the person who was there, who was actually running that. And that was my main goal,
Right.
to promote myself, because if someone third person promotes, like people, the way people look is like, it's different. And that's what happened, and like apparently सब कुछ सही गया, and right now I'm trying to promote other people also at the same time, so that बस जो मेरे को नहीं मिला था उस टाइम पे, at least I can at least support the other people.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
And this is the first time that you're playing here in Guwahati.
Right.
And I'm very thrilled to have you sitting across the table with me. How excited are you?
I'm too excited. I'm too excited, because this is the first time I'm doing it in Guwahati, and also yesterday I had a show in Darjeeling, so that show
Yeah, I
was
saw
pretty
the
lit.
post on Instagram, yes.
Yeah, that show was lit. So I have lots of expectation from Guwahati, because I get so many messages before the hustle. Also, I used to get so many messages from people from Guwahati and in and around Assam, and yeah, I mean, like if they are showing me love on like social media, then probably they should show up. So yeah, I have lots of hope and expectation. I think it's gonna turn like really good.
Coming to a very serious question, do you see a prolific career for hip hop artists or rappers, especially here in the Northeast?
I think there is a space, and there is a space for every artist, in not only Northeast, in the whole nation. But if we talk about the Northeast particularly, then of course we have so many drawbacks and so many what do you call that, weakness as far as technicality and so many other
Right.
things is concerned. But we should not take that as our weakness, and I think we should like focus on the positive side that we have, because I feel like music and Northeast is like it's like goes parallelly, and
Right.
and that is what I think everyone is aware about, and we should take it as an advantage, and we should focus on what we can do it, and हम लोग किस तरीके से अपने को like और आगे लेके जा सकते हैं, उस पे हमको शायद फोकस करना चाहिए. And,
वो है, but
yeah.
what kind of support do you think is required,
Support. I think people should, yeah, I mean, like not only the artists, I think we should focus on the audience also, because
Right.
because we being from the Northeast, we have like a multi-language, I mean, like it's really hard to make the particular region to understand what you're trying to say, or
I agree.
it's like that. So normally people are trying to use the common language, which is like English. एंड जहाँ तक इंग्लिश की बात होती है, तो यहाँ पे क्या है ना, लाइक सबका अपना अपना टेस्ट है, एंड सबका अपना अपना प्रेफरेंस होता है. सो उस चक्कर में ना अपने आर्टिस्ट लोग ना थोड़ा दब जाते हैं. यहाँ के आर्टिस्ट लोगों को उतना प्रेफरेंस नहीं देते वो लोग. सो आई थिंक वी शुड फोकस ऑन लाइक आवर लोकल आर्टिस्ट एज फार एज लाइक जितने भी बाहर से आते हैं, उनसे ज़्यादा अपने लोकल को फोकस करना चाहिए. एंड या आई मीन दैट इज़ ऑल्सो देयर, एंड ऑन टॉप ऑफ दैट आई फील लाइक we being an artist, we should also focus on the quality and the kind
Right.
of songs we bring out. And because if you bring a quality music, then I think nobody can ignore you. right? And matlab, it is what it is. Like it's happening with so many international languages. Like they are going global, right? So it has to be like that. So if we can bring that, and we should focus on that also, because production and production comes with like the audio and video, everything. So we should focus on the overall quality. तो अगर वहाँ पे हम लोग अगर फोकस करेंगे तो शायद आने वाले टाइम पे काफ़ी अच्छा हो सकता है.
I like when you talk about overall. So, as an artist, how important is showmanship in showbiz? Because see, as a rapper, there's fashion, there's style, there's everything into it. How do you look at it?
I mean, it's a branding, no? Like you have to brand yourself like that. So being an artist, I feel like carrying yourself in a way, or or portraying yourself in a particular way really helps you a lot. And मेरे को क्या लगता है, so we being from the northeast, I think we are like way better, we have a way better dressing sense, and we have so many things that is like we have which the other side of the India don't have. I feel like that, and we should really appreciate that, and we should really work on it, and उसको हमको आगे लेके आना चाहिए. And जैसे मैंने गाने में बोला है ना, नॉर्थ ईस्ट का अलग ही स्वैग है. सो इट इज़ व्हाट इट इज़. लाइक वी हैव अ डिफरेंट स्वैग, एंड वी शुड क्या बोलते हैं उसको,
Embrace it.
right, embrace, and at the same time we should take it as a positive thing, and आगे लेके जाना चाहिए. And it should not only be in the street, it should be there in the industry also. So that is also there. And being from a different region like northeast, and if we focus on the coming to the main industry, which is like the music industry that is there in Mumbai or the other main cities, तो हमको शायद ऐसे फोकस करना चाहिए कि जो वहाँ के लोग हैं वो भी हमको सुने, and whether it is English, or whether it's in Hindi, or whether it's in your regional language, whatever. So we should focus on that, and we should focus not only in the local, we should focus on like at least national, international तक भी हम जा सकते हैं, but we should at least focus on national level तक, like वहाँ तक अगर जाने को अगर हम लोग जा सकते हैं तो it's gonna be benefit for everyone.
So, who are your favorite rappers?
My favorites are like Kendrick is there, and Kendrick Lamar is there, and J. Cole is there. Like they are like, I really respect them, whatever the kind of music they do. And Drake is there, as an artist. I really get inspired by him. And there's so many other independent artists, like there's this one artist called Russ. I get really inspired by him because he does whatever I do, but he do it in like a different level. So I really get inspired, and so yeah. And in India also there are so many artists, and so I really look up to Divine, and I really look up to BHUTIA, and Raftar.
And finally, what are you performing for?
So I'm gonna perform for you guys the song that I did in MTV Hustle, which is like Hum Bhi Kya Kam Hai. And
What is the track all about?
the track is all about Hum Bhi Kya Kam Hai. Like we are not less than anyone. Being from this region, I feel like we have so much of potential, and I just want to prove that we are not less than anyone. So it's all about that.
So UNB, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure, and have a great night here in Guwahati.
Sir, thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me in this show. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Again, Namgyal Bhutia, who goes by the moniker UNB, is known for voicing out for the Northeast through his music, and he has received acclaim from publications like Rolling Stones India, GQ India, and other major publications. UNB, go hustle, man. Apparently, the idea to become a male model is always changing. It no longer ends at being able to outpout anyone. And who says rap songs and lyrics can't highlight and address social issues? KUNZANG, TOPGAY, BHUTIA, DHRITIMAN, TALUKDAR, and UNB. It's been worth the while, gentlemen. And that does it for us here on the show. I'm Aaron Lyngdoh. This is Showtime. I shall see you next week. Until then, goodbye.